What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. I'm your host, as always, Trent Denson. Got another STP 1200 Club member spotlight. Super grateful for my guy, Mr. Ride Guy Transport himself, John Seale, man. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Really grateful to be here.
Awesome, man. First and foremost, thank you so much for supporting STP and the network and being part of what we're doing here. Obviously means the world to me and all the people that are doing shows here. And you have a really cool story, a really cool kind of why behind uh, your business, your entrepreneurial journey, and just something that's kind of deep rooted in all of that. We're gonna get to all of it, but first and foremost, man, I always like to take it back to young John, what you were like as a kid, kind of what early passions, anything along those lines that kind of shaped the greatness that is John today, man. So take us back.
Yeah, in 1492. I'm just kidding.
That was on the Mayflower or whatever.
No, so I've always been an interesting kid. I mean, I was not the best looking kid. I was always rambunctious. I've always had a nature to explore. But my story starts off really interesting, really quick. So I'm actually adopted from Latvia. I'm full-blooded Slavic.
Oh wow,
So
that is quick.
that's really interesting.
Yeah.
But my family growing up was not the best family. I grew up with a lot of dysfunction, a lot of craziness. But that didn't stop me from finding some really deep passions.
Nice.
And my first passion out of the gate was music.
Love
I
it, man.
started playing piano in fifth grade. I picked up clarinet in middle school and sixth grade, and found singing around like high school, middle school, high school. I kind of put that down for a season for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but and then I picked up a little guitar in high school.
Nice.
My mom had this really cool vintage guitar, and I kind of fell in love with that. And I have my own vintage guitar, and I still have her guitar too.
Nice, man.
But all my life, my dad was a very strong Christian, and I took a lot of example from him. Um, and So I was serving in church a lot. I would serve a lot in the music industry. Music ministry is what I was trying to say. And we had some. I had a really music pastor at my old church. She was very hands-on with me. She let me do a lot of things.
Is this in Middle Tennessee or?
No, this is in Kings. So I grew up in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
I grew up 5 hours northeast of here.
Okay. I know Kingsport.
Yeah, it's an
I
interesting
used to-
place.
You can drive. You can cut through 40 and go through Kingsport, right? To
Yes.
get to come out like Weaverville, Marshall, and then get onto Asheville.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
40 and 81 split. So 40 goes out to North Carolina, 81
Goes
will
to-
go out to Virginia.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Um,
I actually love driving through there.
It's really pretty. Honestly, I've driven both paths.
Yeah.
I really like. I mean, I know the hurricane stuff happened with North Carolina,
Yeah, I haven't been since.
but the I-40 path is just gorgeous.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
love it. And this time of year, if you ever get the chance to drive out
Yes, this is the time.
there, yeah, the leaves changing, it's just so pretty.
So awesome. So Kingsport, man. Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
So I took classical piano lessons. I did our marching band in Kingsport was it was kind of weird. We were like everybody around us was like this podunk, country high school, and
Yeah.
here's this random Dobbins Bennett High School, one of the best marching bands in the country.
Wow.
In
That's
fact,
awesome.
I think they score in the top 5 nowadays.
Wow.
Which is just crazy to me.
That
so,
is.
Um,
You laid the foundation, man.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was you. That's cool, man. Wow.
But it's like our high school marching band was bigger than MTSU's band. It's just insane.
Really?
400 kids in
Holy
that.
smokes.
So I don't understand that. I guess the community over there really likes marching band, but
Man, that's really cool.
so yeah, I was always surrounded with music. That was by far my passion. I was an active kid, so in the summertime, I did a lot of yard work. We lived in the mountains, of course, so I did some mountain biking. You didn't
Heck
have
yeah.
to try and find that. I would go and bike to this cross country trail, and so yeah, so that was either I was into that or I was into music. So
Dude, that's
that was kind of
cool.
my life.
Feel that, man. That's really cool. Shout out to what was the high school again?
Dobbins Bennett High School.
Dobbins Bennett.
If
High
you
School.
ever get the chance, like go
Go catch a halftime show.
yeah, go to Grand Nationals, like what is it called? What is that? I think they call it Music for All or something like that. But
Yeah.
just go watch them at Grand Nationals. Lucas Oil Stadium is usually where it's at.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Major.
Yeah.
Major moves. That's amazing, man. Yeah, the marching band, big marching band, all the things with mountain biking, feel that growing up in Asheville. It's like kind of a rite of passage. You kind of have to wipe out on a mountain bike a time or two to really earn your stripes around there. So that was all of high school. What was after high school, man?
So after high school, like I said, my family is chaotic, and I wanted to get out of that.
Yep.
So I went to the very college that my mom told me I couldn't go to. My dad was like, "Yeah, I'm so for it," and everything like that. But I came out here 13 years ago and went to MTSU.
Why was mom against that?
Do what?
Why was mom against that? If you don't.
Well,
mind me asking?
I mean, some of it I just don't understand, but she wanted me to go to this private Christian college, which
Gotcha.
is fine and everything, but
Sure.
they didn't even have a clarinet teacher, and music was what I was wanting to go for.
Got you.
So they just didn't have the program that I wanted.
That's fair.
But I came out here, did my undergrad in classical clarinet, had a
Nice.
phenomenal time.
Nice.
Don't tell anyone, but MTSU is better than Belmont, just saying.
Really? Wow. Hot take here. Okay. That's huge.
Honestly, I mean, like, I may be wrong. So if I'm wrong, just,
That's amazing, man.
But MTSU is so underrated. They have a world-class music program. The music theory teacher, I don't know if he's still there, but if Dr. Linton is still there, shout out to him. Phenomenal music theory teacher. So I had a lot of fun there, man.
That's awesome.
Honestly, I wanted to live a crazy life and everything like that, but, I found two awesome men in my life, one of which is still well in my life. They brought me back to Jesus.
Nice,
And I began my Christian journey for myself at that time, and I just had a lot of ups and downs, had a lot of fun, and played in wind ensemble, orchestra, took the music classes. I mean, it was just, to this day, I miss it. I miss playing in those ensembles.
Yeah.
So, but that was kind of me afterwards. And then, super quick, I don't want to take too much time on this,
good,
but after that, I was going to pursue music. And so I did a couple of things in the industry. I played keys and wrote this song with this lady. I did like orchestra pits for local theater. And I kind of worked jobs throughout that. And I realized a couple of things. One, I don't like the music industry. I just don't like anything about it. It's
crazy.
It's crazy. It's not the lifestyle that I wanted for myself. And I learned another thing, that I'm also a terrible employee. So
Fair enough.
my pattern was work a job for 3 or 4 months and quit. I've done everywhere from tire shop, paint shop, coffee shop, retail, delivery guy.
I feel that.
Yeah, and
Been
then
there.
moved out to Cincinnati in 2020, trying to get a master's in music. It fell through. We can all guess why. COVID.
Oh, wow.
And I came back, kept doing the same thing, and then about 2023 is when Ride Guy happened. So
Okay. Yes, sir. That's why we're here, kind of. I mean, we're here to hear your story first and foremost, say thank you, but also promote Ride Guy Transport. Take it away, man. Where did the idea come from? What were the early days like, and how are things going now?
yeah, so like I mentioned, I realized real quick that I'm not a good employee. So if you're looking to hire me, I have terrible experience, and I'm probably gonna
My
quit.
references are not great.
But Yeah, so I started Lyft and Uber in college. In 2016, I started driving Lyft and Uber, and I fell in love with it right out of the gate.
It is kind of fun.
It's kind of an interesting lifestyle for
Yeah.
sure. I love driving. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the freedom of it or just it's just like when you sit in a car. I mean, this is just me.
No,
A
I
lot
get
of
it.
people
I get
just
that.
don't like it, but when you sit in a car and you just sit behind a wheel and two pedals and you realize this thing can take me anywhere I want to go.
That's fire, dude. I love
And
that.
the freedom of it is just exhilarating to me. You can go see stuff, you can go and adventure, you can go, and I love talking to people. So Lyft and Uber, you're talking to hundreds of people every week.
Yeah.
So it was just like a thrill thing for me. I
That's
just
awesome.
really enjoyed it. And so I did that through college, paid for some of my college with that. Did the whole Cincinnati thing, came back, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was just like, I'm just going to get a job, see if I can work my way up somewhere. And worked at Tractor Supply doing merchandising. Good job, terrible boss. My boss was just really insane, but that's okay. Shout out to him. Hope he's doing well.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was 2023, and no, I think it was 2022 actually, because I came
Okay.
back here in 2021 because I really just didn't like Cincinnati,
Fair enough.
and I got to a point to where I quit the Tractor Supply and I started doing Lyft and Uber again, and
Nice.
there was about the sixth time I was back behind the wheel again,
There you go.
and so I always tell people that I feel like my career found me.
Nice.
And I was like, here we are, we're driving again. And there was something in me that just clicked. I just told myself, I was like, I'm either going to make it work this time or get out. Like, this is going to be the time, or I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do with my
Wow.
life. So
That's
uh,
awesome.
I started driving full time again. And I took it to what is called the black level, because I was like, I was just out there driving and I was offering good service, good amenities. And I was like, man, I got to get paid more for this. You know, I can't be doing base level Uber offering like black car service amenities. And so years ago when Uber and Lyft were like kind of newer, I had my eyes on doing the black level anyways. So that's what I did.
Nice, man.
Kind of went into it and had to learn basically all of it myself. People in this industry don't like to talk to you. They don't like to mentor you because it's what is called gatekeeping.
Yeah. Competition.
Competition. It's really thick. And Nashville is really saturated with black car services. Now it's probably up to over 700, 800
Yeah.
operators.
Wow, dude.
And an
Wow.
operator could be one vehicle up to infinity. So
Right.
who knows how many SUVs are out there.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
that still somehow
700? You said 700?
700 operators.
Wow.
So that is limo company owners.
Wow.
So so yeah, I did so much research, try to figure out. In Tennessee, it's called TLC license. Basically, that's a chauffeur's license. So I figured out how to get that. I just went full in. I was like, this is gonna work, or I'm gonna get out.
Yeah.
And so I finally got on Uber Black. I did Lyft Black with an Acura MDX, and that was kind of disastrous because Lyft Black is not as good as Uber Black. And for those of you that don't know, Uber Black is like the executive level of Uber, and Lyft does the same thing. You can call that here in Middle Tennessee area. There's other major cities that you can call that level of service. But even with that, I saw guys out there, scrapes on the side of their SUV. I literally, like a month ago, I literally saw an SUV that didn't have leather seats, and he was somehow still doing Uber Black.
Wow.
So it's just, I wanted to do it better. I wanted
Yeah.
it to do it because I felt like at that time, I was like, Murfreesboro is ready for this. Murfreesboro does not have 700 operators.
Yeah, right.
But it's ready for this. It's ready for something that is high level like this. And so I was like, man, I'm kind of blessed I'm in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
We're going to really build this thing out. And so, but I was driving an Acura MDX. I am a Honda Toyota fan. I love their vehicles. They're
too.
reliable. They're beautiful. I think Acura vehicles are some of the most beautiful vehicles on the road. They're just so cool.
Yep.
But Uber would not let me drive Acura MDX on Uber Black. And I tried and tried. I was like, hey, have you considered? And, you know, I was blowing up support. I was like, please let me drive this thing on Uber Black. And they just wouldn't, man.
Yeah.
And so the
What
only,
was the reason? Like, does it need to be 3 rows? Is it?
I mean, the Acura MDX is 3 rows ish.
Okay, ish. Gotcha.
But I don't know their reasoning. So
Okay.
working for Uber is just, it's so inconsistent. You know, they change the pay all the time. I've even seen them steal tips. They
Heard some shady stuff for sure.
they do some shady stuff, and they'll surge the price and not pay it out to the driver. I mean, it's just crazy. So the day that I never have to open an app up again is going to be a good day.
Oh, are you still doing?
Yeah, I still fill in the gaps with Uber and Lyft.
Okay, I got you.
For sure, but
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, so, and that's pretty standard in the industry.
Right.
But so the type of SUVs that qualify for Uber Black are your standard SUVs, or you think like a Yukon, Suburban.
Yep.
Surprisingly enough, a Ford Expedition, a Lincoln Navigator, and the Big Daddy, the Cadillac Escalade.
Ooh.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to drive one of these tanks that the engine might blow up or the transmission might go out, and that's all I heard from these SUVs is like electrical issues. The headers will blow in the engine. The transmission will go out. So it's just like, so I did so much research, and I landed on the Yukon. I was like, okay, let's do the Yukon, because the Yukon was a good middle road for me. Is luxurious enough and reliable enough, and budget friendly enough, surprisingly,
Really? Nice.
to make this business happen. At this time I was starting to write my business plan. I was running numbers. I was crunching everything, trying to figure out what could I do, how can this work. I was studying the Uber and Lyft app like crazy, trying to figure out what am I going to charge people.
That's awesome.
So I was just really delving into it, and finally, April of 2023, I bought the Yukon. I call it the bus.
Yeah. Nice.
And we're sitting at about 63,000 miles, no issues yet, just like minor electrical things, but you know, I can drive without a backup camera, so that's not
Right.
too much of a big deal to me. But
What year is it, if you don't mind?
2024.
Okay. Nice.
No, 2024, April 2024, I bought it.
Okay.
And I finally got an Uber Black, and it was definitely better. More
Nice.
requests, better pay, better clients.
Nice.
And so I felt relieved, but it still wasn't enough. It still was, I want those private clients.
Sure.
And how am I going to do this? And my first month having the vehicle, I had a Jeep sideswipe it. So I was like, first month in business, and we're already at this.
No, dude.
It was a hit and run too, and we got everything fixed. So don't worry if you're taking a ride with me. Don't worry.
Okay.
But we got everything fixed, and it was minor too. It wasn't anything big.
Good.
Um,
Dude, that's crazy though.
that's so insane.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But,
that would scare me to death.
In 2024, I was trying to make a website, and I just got so tired of trying, and I found what is now called Burrow Business Labs.
Let's go.
They had
Shout to the BBL team.
yes. Dean Heasley, man, he is like
Goaty.
private client list for me. He's like top tier. So shout out to Dean Heasley.
Heasleys are great.
He's a great guy.
He is.
And so I got tired of trying to make a website on my own. I was like, I'm gonna get somebody to do this for me. And at the time, they still had Cultivate Burrow as their name or something like that. And I went to Cultivate Burrow, which is a co-working space.
Mm-hmm.
And the website place wasn't there. And that's where I met Amanda Howe. And when I met Amanda Howe, that was when Ride Guy changed.
Man, what a testimonial.
I totally met her on a whim. I mean, it was totally...
Shout out to Amanda Howe.
I know.
That's wild.
It was totally a divine appointment thing, in my opinion.
That's amazing.
And yeah, I just talked to her. She told me what she did, and I was like, this is so interesting. And she even let me come to her her grand opening party. Let me drive people around the SUV.
I remember that.
Yeah, you were there for that?
Yeah, for sure.
That was so cool.
It was. That was some great exposure.
I know. And
there was a lot of people there, and people were like lining up to do that. That was sick. I thought that was genius. Both parts.
Yeah, Amanda just it was
awesome.
just so cool.
That is cool.
And so I sat on it for a few months. I was like, man, $300 a month. Do I want to do this? This is a lot. Because when you're starting a business, it's like you take a lot of risk.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I was just, I'm full-blooded Slavic, so we Slavs, we go, man. It's hardcore. But so I was like, I'm already knee deep in this. Why not? And when I partnered with Amanda Howell, it changed.
That's so awesome.
The level of Ride Guy, the reputation of Ride Guy, the clientele of Ride Guy. I mean, I went from being, like some dude that does Uber to now high level people in the Chamber of Commerce know about Ride Guy.
That's huge.
I like one of the top business owners in the area, Sean Hacketson. He's taken Ride Guy. We have people like Dean Heasley.
Yeah.
We have people like Chamber of Commerce members that are what do you call them? Diplomats.
Yeah.
Diplomats taking Ride Guy. I've met members of government. So it's just so insane the circle that Amanda Howell brought me into. And just
we're gonna have to clip this up and get a discount for next month or something. That's a big testimony.
So
but shout out to Amanda. She really is incredible. Keep going, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
That's incredible. That's really, really amazing.
So
go ahead.
That's where Ride Guy's at now, and I, fast forward to where being at STP, Spread the Positive. This is so great. Like Amanda told me about this, and this is totally down my lane because honestly, Ride Guy is fun and all, but my mission here is to serve people. That's core to my faith. That's core to what I do. That's core to what I wake up for. Man. And I lived my whole life serving people. That 3 a.m. airport run, I'm there for it because everybody else is unreliable. I'm going to be there for it with your coffee in hand because that's what I love. I love serving people. And if I can, I've lived a crazy life. I've seen so many crazy things. And if I can just give 1 ounce of hope to somebody, that will make my life worth it. So,
man, dude, that is powerful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Like that is damn, that got me in my feels, bro. got a little tear.
Hey, I'm just trying to pay rent.
Hey, that's right. Pay rent, serve people, man. That's a solid motto. Dude, that's really awesome, man. I really appreciate how you said like your career found you. Like I think that's something that people, a lot of us struggle, and I mean, I've kind of had a similar path where we tried a lot of things, and a lot of things didn't work. Some things worked for a while, some things didn't. But then when you have that, I feel like it's just that moment of peace that you felt. You're like, you're behind the wheel. You're like, this is it. Like, I don't like, thank you God for this moment, right? Like it like really just everything stops, and you're just like, quit chasing 3 or 4 different things. This is it. Like, just stop. It's like God just literally puts this massive stop sign in front of you. Like, stop doing anything else except for this. And I had a moment like that with Spread the Positive, kind of during COVID, probably a really similar time.
Yeah.
Which is wild. I feel like a ton of us had that. Like, I mean, I feel like Amanda was almost on that time frame, maybe a little later, but just going through that as a society, and like it really just put things in perspective. And then you have that aha moment. Shout out to Amanda again. But anyway, man, that really hits home for me, and I think that's such a blessing for you. And you can tell that you're like really embracing it and doing it for the right reasons. And you're like what you just said about serving people and being that the reliable source to get where they need to go do what they need to do. And that's something that you can do for people. That's like God's work, man. Like that really is. So shout out to you, man. And shout out to, the grind that you put in. And dude, I hope that inspires somebody today, man. Like that
Yeah.
that's a powerful thing. And like, and if you're going through it and things don't make sense, like maybe just take a second and stop and just like recognize one thing that brings you joy, right? And then
Hmm.
do that. And like if you can manage to make a career out of that, like you will, like it'll come together. Like, don't you think?
Yeah, and don't settle. I mean,
Damn, let's go.
so many people settle. I call it counting time.
Mm.
And sad story, but good lesson. My parents passed away in 21 and 22.
Man, I'm sorry.
But people always ask me, John, what happened? And my dad was a great man. He passed away from counting time.
Mm.
Now that's not to say that he didn't leave a good legacy. He did. He left me with faith, and
Mm.
that's the most important thing in my life. But I always say, I'm here to finish what my dad started.
Mm.
Don't count time. Just don't do it. I mean, the job is not worth it. Yes, it's going to give you somewhat of a sense of security, but don't settle and be open. Like, don't. Ride guy was like plan F. I don't know. Like,
Right. Right.
be open to where God wants to lead you, because you might run into somebody like Amanda Howe that will change the scope of everything you do.
Man.
So don't settle and be open.
Amen.
So
Amen, man. Well, I got a couple of go-to questions I always like to ask
yeah.
our guests, man. First and foremost, the tagline here at Spread the Positive is bringing light to what's going right. In your world, in your line of work, what would you consider going right in the world? I know there's quite a bit that's not, and we're definitely not trying to sugarcoat that or overlook any of the hurt in the world. Definitely well aware of that, but just day to day life, being in the car, being on the road with folks. What would you say is going right, John?
What is going right? Hmm. And the chauffeur life is interesting. So I'm trying to weed through all the crazy stories, because there's a lot of crazy going on. But um,
Well, I'll say this first of all. What you're doing is a great example. Like, uh, professional, reliable, doing things for the right reasons, taking care of your people. That's a textbook example in my eyes of what's going right. So just you know, there's an example.
yeah, and I still, nobody likes chaos. Nobody likes instability. Nobody likes adversity. But I feel like, and I want to be careful how I say this, but I feel like a lot of people needed a struggle like COVID. I'm not saying that
Mm,
COVID was good,
sure.
and all the people that lost loved ones to that, shout out to them. But a lot of times we need refinement, we need growth, and the
Mm,
only way to, the cliche, how do you make a diamond with intense pressure?
mm,
So I feel like that has stepped the game up for a lot of people. You get people like Dean Heasley and Amanda Howe and Sean Hackinson. You get these masterminds and these people that just put the hand to the plow. And I think COVID really amped that up for people. It sure did me, and it helped me to find that there's still good people in the world. There's still people that wake up with a mindset of serving. There's still people that wake up with a mindset of excellence, and don't let the masses dissuade you from finding those people, because they're
let's go,
there.
man.
And I always encourage people, build you what is called a board of directors.
Let's go.
Those people, those 3 or 4 people, and keep it small. Be picky and keep it small. But those 3 or 4 people that can sit on that couch with you and walk every crevice of life with you, in business, in personal life, in family life, in marriage life, just whatever it is, find those people. And those people are out there. I promise you, they are out there. So just, hold on tight and look for those people and keep them close.
Man, that was a bar, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I think COVID really did. It brought to light a bunch of stuff that needed. I feel like it needed to happen.
Mm.
Like I feel like everything was going so crazy and so out of control, and every like just that slowdown, as crazy as it was and as awful as there was a bunch of awful aspects to it, but at the same time, a lot of great things did kind of come out of it. You know, like just the time to reflect, the time to, you know, find out what actually matters. I think that's what the biggest. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. Like just being able to, uh, yeah, I feel like a lot of great things came out of that, despite a lot of awful things. So,
Yeah.
anyway, another. Well, this is kind of one of the last questions. Actually, I got two. Uh, in your world, who is someone that you, when you hear the phrase "spread the positive" and kind of knowing the mission of what we do, who is someone in your life that really lives out the mission to spread the positive?
Hmm. Gosh, I have right off the bat. I mean, well, no, let's go there. Let's go Reggie Wiseman.
Okay,
I've known this guy 13 years. I knew him the second I came here,
nice,
fall of August 2013. He is the man that brought me to Christ and
nice, man.
baptized me. And man, people would overlook him so much, but he is one of the most genuine, smartest, uh, God fearing men that I've ever known.
Awesome.
He has sat on that couch with me. He's one of those guys for me. He is, and I hope that I've done it for him. And he's just been in every part of my life. He's been in the ups, the downs, the mediums. And he has really been a friend. And we've been through some hard stuff. We've had our differences and stuff like that,
Sure.
but we
Yeah.
always come back together. And
Yeah.
so I want to give him a big shout out. I don't feel like he gets that enough. So if
He's here in town.
he's here in town, he lives
Okay.
in Murfreesboro, and
Shout out to Reggie. Reggie
yeah,
Wiseman.
yeah. If he sees this, then shout out to him. I really hope he does because he needs more shout outs. Encourage him. So
Well, I'll clip it up and send it to him personally. Man, that's awesome. This has been really great, man. I'm really excited to be working with you, man. And I've kind of seen the vision and seen the seen the progression from afar, and always been pulling for you, man. But it's always really eye opening when you get to sit down with someone with a couple cameras and a couple of microphones. The conversation just gets a little more intense, and it you really get to know somebody, man. So super excited to be working with you. Thank you again for your support of Spread the Positive and just what you're doing in general, man. It's a great fit. It's something that really, I say it all the time. It's amazing the people that walk through these doors, man. I'm super grateful for that. So, last question I always like to ask, man. I call it the grateful for. Four things you're most grateful for right now. What you got? Oh, God. Not like three times. Sorry.
um, man, this is so great because I'm really passionate about Celebrate Recovery, Christ Center 12-step program, and gratitude list is such a um, pillar of making it in life.
Dope.
So it's really cool that you asked this question because it's so important. First and foremost, I'm grateful for the people in my life, board of directors,
I
distant
love that.
friends, and they are what makes my world go round. And I'm grateful for my relationship with Christ. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is grateful for my people.
Sure.
Christ keeps me going. He's a perfect father. He's a perfect teacher. I mean, he literally put me in the right places at the right time to learn my business. I remember I was trying to get a TLC license. I was like, God put someone in my path to teach me. And the next passenger I picked up was a former black car service driver. And we took a ride all the way to the airport. So it was a long ride. I picked him up from a car rental place in Antioch, and he told me everything I need to do to get a TLC
Dude,
license.
wow.
So
You prayed that right before that?
yeah, I mean, at that
Or like,
time, God was like really hammering on answering these prayers.
wow, dude, that's incredible.
So God, my people, I of course am grateful for Ride Guy.
Yeah.
It's a passion. I love what I do. I look forward to going to work. So that's number three. Number four is I am grateful for a stable and a life built on serving. Because if I could, I can't go into all the details, but if I could sit here and tell you just the details of what I went through growing up, the things that I've seen and that have been done to me, and to see the version of me now. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, or I'm not trying to be boastful or prideful. All credit to God, but to even have, most people that have a story like mine, an upbringing like mine, end up in jail or end up in much more toxic situations than I have. And so I feel very blessed. I feel very grateful that I got to skirt around most of that, because when I came out here, honestly, I wanted to be that. I wanted to, just give my life up to craziness, and that was not the plan on my life. So I'm just grateful for that. I lay my head down at night knowing that, I haven't done perfect, but I've done well.
Yeah.
I always tell people, don't strive for perfection, just strive for a willing heart, because a willing heart can get you places. No pun intended, right? But a willing heart can get you places.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful that I'm so grateful for the life that God has built for me, that the people in my life have built for me, and that Ride Guy has built for me. It's stable, it's consistent, it's fun, and it's full of just good things, good memories. So
love that, man. It's a powerful, powerful, grateful for. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you for everything. Thank you for what you're doing. Don't want to beat a dead horse here, but really excited to be working with you, and got some cool ideas for your times here at in studio and outside of the studio potentially. Just want to get you more on the map, and anything we can do to help, obviously we're here to do that. So last thing, man, plug away where people can find you, and we'll wrap this one up.
yeah, you can find us a couple of places. You can find us at rideguytransport.com. Again, shout out to Burrow Business Labs. Beautiful website.
Beautiful website.
They're
so good.
They are so good. They fixed. I mean, I think I had like 3 pages of mistakes, and I was like, oh, I feel so bad. They fixed every single one to a T. It is a gorgeous website.
Nice.
So you can find us on Facebook. Honestly, if you just type in Ride Guy Transport, I don't know how this happened. I didn't pay for it, but it's literally the first thing that comes up. Our website's there. Our Facebook is there. Definitely follow our Facebook. I love bringing people into the chauffeur life. That's where you're going to find our shout outs, our local chauffeur tips. For like example, like it's getting cold again, so make sure you check your tires, because in the cold weather your tires will become low. Stuff like that, or things how we operate. I love bringing, because the chauffeur life is such an interesting life, so I love bringing people into that. And then you can also reach us by phone, 615-600-2606. You can text that number, give us a call, give us a text. Email me at john@rideguytransport.com. Just whatever is most convenient for you. We'll meet you where you're at, no matter what avenue you reach out to us. If you don't hear back from us, choose a different avenue. I've had messages be missing my email inbox. I've had texts that haven't come through. So it's not that we don't want to run service for you. It's just call us, leave us a voicemail, and we'll get back to you. We're very responsive. We take that very seriously, and yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Spread the Positive podcast. Be sure to check out spreadthepositive.net. Get some information about the 1200 Club, like John and a lot of other folks here in the community are doing. Just helps us spread the message, spread the word, help production costs for some of our shows, and give y'all great content to use for your business, and just be able to tell your story better. So thank you again, John. I really appreciate you, man. Looking forward to it, and we'll see everybody on the next one. Y'all be good.